People can be annoying. Maybe it's a fellow classmate or a crappy coworker. We have all dealt with an annoying person at some point in our lives. I feel like in my life, my annoying to non-annoying people ratio has been way off. Maybe I'm just easily annoyed. I don't know. So I'm going to share some stuff that they've done. And maybe this video can be seen as a petty person with a YouTube channel complaining, but at least I'm not alone. So, okay, I'll go in order of least to most annoying and leave myself on a triggered note. I'll start off with talking about this one kid. We'll call him Brian. When I was a senior, he was a freshman. And when you're a senior in high school, you do this thing where you get really jaded and are annoyed with anyone who isn't a senior, especially if they're a hyper overzealous freshman. And this kid was the most hyper and overzealous one around. I mentioned in a past video that I was in choir all 4 years of high school, and choir kids alone are super annoying, the ones who took it because they were way into singing and not just trying to get an easy A anyway. This kid hadn't hit puberty yet, so he really liked to sing Maroon 5 songs, and I hate Maroon 5, so that might be part of the reason why I hated him so much, but he was one of those people who just has a way of getting under your skin without really doing anything. That's why he's so low on this list, because he never really did one thing to annoy me. It was just the way he was. He was a nice kid, don't get me wrong, just annoying. There was one day he asked me, "Blondie, do you like me?" You know, Brian, I'm not gonna lie, I don't. And that's okay, man. Not everyone will like you. As long as you like you, it's all good. And he actually chilled out after that because he realized the way he was really annoying me. And if you saw my high school stories video, you'll know Mr. Melflute. If you haven't seen it, he was the crazy band and choir director. Well, he also hated Brian. And I have this memory of Brian raising his hand in class. "Mr. Melflute?" "Shut up, Brian." "Thank you." Like, first of all, who talks to a kid like that? But secondly, who just takes that? Why are you such a doormat? I haven't really seen much of Brian since I graduated in 2014, but I think he's actually going to my college now. Next is my lab partner from last semester. We'll call him Mozart. This is another unfortunate situation because he was genuinely a good guy, but the lab was 2:30 to 5 twice a week, so I was just tired and kind of grumpy by the end of the lab. There was this one day where he was talking to me about whatever, and I was listening, but not really responding much. Well, he noticed. Yeah, you're probably thinking, "Man, I wish Mozart would stop talking. He's so annoying." What? No, Mozart, I'm just really tired. I swear I'm listening. "Oh, okay. What year of college is this for you?" "My third, kinda." "Oh, you can probably tell, but I'm a freshman." "Oh my god, who hurt you, Mozart? Why are you like this?" I'm pretty sure he watches my videos. He actually told me before I started this channel that it would probably do horribly. So thanks, Mozart. I swear you're a cool dude. I miss you. Okay, so I wanted to talk about some kids who got on my nerves a little at first because I'm about to talk about some people who actually steam my carrots real good. My friends lived in a dorm last year at my college, it's NRU, but I lived in an apartment. There was this kid in the dorm, we'll call him Andy because he reminds me so much of Andy Bernard from The Office. He always reminded me of some guy who's dating your mom and trying to get along with you. He would always say stuff like, "Hey big guy," or "Hey there chief." And if any of you watching have ever had a significant other, you might get this. Andy had a huge crush on my girlfriend, which is fine, she's a cutie, but like, he would never leave her alone. There was this one time where she was doing laundry at like 1 a.m. because college, and he goes to her room. Her roommate is like,
"I don't know where she is, man."
But then texts my girlfriend like,
"Hey, Andy is looking for you. Just a heads up."
And he goes all over the hall looking for her. And okay, I'll say it was Morton Hall since she doesn't live there anymore. The laundry room is in the basement. He finally finds her, and the reason he was looking for her was he wanted to read her poetry. Here's a piece of advice for anyone who has a crush on a girl. Don't track her down at 1 a.m. in a basement to read her crappy poetry. Another Andy story, real quick. I was spending the night there one time, chilling with friends, when the fire alarm goes off. It's like 3 a.m. below freezing out. We walk out to see Andy standing in an apron and holding a spatula. Oh geez, I wonder who could have possibly set off the fire alarm. He ended up dropping out of school and is telling everyone he's a car salesman, but he actually just washes cars at the dealership. This other girl, who also lived in the dorm, we'll call her Potato, was the actual definition of a crazy ex-girlfriend. She started hooking up with this guy, Quinn, and that's his actual name. He said it's fine. And he started dating this girl, Gabriella, because she's an actual respectable human being. And she lost her marbles. So she spent the entire year obsessed with Quinn. She lives in the same building as him now, and whenever she sees him, she runs out to her patio and either pretends there's a party at her apartment and laughs like a crazy person, like, she's having a good old time, or she straight up takes pictures of him. This is just another personal gripe, but last spring we went to Phoenix for a spring training game, and I was sitting behind her in the car, and she took her shoes off and put her feet up on the dashboard, and her potato toes grossed me the frick out. She did a lot of other crazy things, but I'll probably just stop there. So, okay, last annoying person, and the one that definitely makes me the most salty, his name is Patrick. He's a weird person. He only wears suits, but like really flashy suits. And he also does this thing. Instead of saying, hey, or what's up, he says, oh, example, hey Patrick. Oh, what is that? That's so annoying. Just say hi. So, I'm walking into my friend's dorm one day and tell a story about how this kid was crying in the library. I tell the whole story. Remember that. That's important. So he walks in when I finish and he's super angry. I ask him if he's upset with his roommate, Jerome, because he, Patrick, is scared of Jerome. So he never confronts him when he has an issue. This actually led to a big thing in October where Patrick was talking crap about Jerome because Jerome hadn't paid his half of Wi-Fi yet. So Patrick was saying he was going to hide the router, and Jerome found out and asked me about it. I won't show his texts because they have bad words, but basically he said, hey, I heard Patrick is talking crap. Have you heard about this? And here is my actual response to that text. Something about hiding the router. My actual response, again, and that was it. So I find out later that Patrick was actually upset with me all this time because he thinks I told Jerome about the router. Whatever. But okay, so the reason he walks in all mad that day was because he thinks I slammed the door in his face. When I find this out, I shoot him a Snapchat text explaining that I didn't see him. I did it over Snapchat text because I was in Snapchat at the time. So I think it's fine, but then I find out he's mad now because I didn't just text him. By the way, I found all this out from a mutual friend, not Patrick himself. How petty can one person be? Almost as petty as making a video about it. So I go confront Patrick about it, and this guy, this piece of work won't even look at me. And I don't mean he's not making eye contact. I mean his back is completely turned the entire 10 minutes I'm trying to talk to him. And you may be thinking, well, why didn't you just ask him to look at you? I did! Twice! I ended up calling him something not very nice, and I haven't seen him since. The amount of sodium chloride in my system after that was unbelievable. So Patrick, if you're watching this, I can be petty too, bud. Wow, this was a long video. It's about time I had a long one. And again, maybe I'm just easily annoyed, but then again, if you guys knew these people, I think you'd understand. Shout out to my awesome girlfriend for helping me make this video and voice acting in it. There were a lot of voices and I just couldn't do them all myself. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at Blondie Animates for updates and behind the scenes on future animations. I'm also on Instagram now. It's just Blondie Animations, and thanks for watching.